cold corridors, failing lights, and something moving in the dark sci-fi horror is returning with a new wave of brutal games. Let's have a look at these upcoming sci-fi horror games that capture the intense and unsettling feeling.
It's me! You gotta let me in! They're right behind me! Open the fucking door!
Directive 8020 is a cinematic sci-fi horror adventure where players control members of the Cassiopeia crew after their colony ship crashes on Tau Ceti F during a mission to secure a new home for humanity. Players move through dark corridors while avoiding a hostile alien organism that can imitate humans. Gameplay involves stealth, quick reactions, and improvised weapons. Decisions during interactions change story paths and determine which crew members survive.
Goddamn step.
It's me, please.
Better be a fucking alien.
Leave me out here, please!
The question is, what are you going to do about it?
Crathos Deep is a narrative adventure set in the freezing depths of the Arctic Ocean, where players pilot a submarine to investigate a vanished underwater research institute. Movement across the seabed reveals abandoned stations, strange remains, and clues about a hidden incident. A tethered expeditionary drone enters narrow tunnels, vents, and damaged facilities that the submarine cannot reach. Progress depends on collecting evidence, examining locations, and solving environmental problems to uncover what happened at Crathos Deep.
Down here, in the dark, freezing waters of the Arctic, we stand united on the brink of human knowledge. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do of the bottom of the sea. In ancient Greece, the brightest minds thought that disease was caused by liquid imbalance. For the longest time, we thought that the universe revolved around us. You may discover things down here that clash with your view of the world, things you like to dismiss or distance yourself from. If, or rather when, that happens, I must simply urge you to keep an open mind.
Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abysses is a first-person investigative adventure where players control Noah, an occult investigator sent to examine the disappearance of miners at a deep Pacific Ocean facility. Guided by an AI companion named Key, players move through the submerged ruins of Raleigh while collecting clues and solving puzzles tied to the case. Encounters with strange creatures and supernatural events affect Noah's sanity, and decisions during the investigation change narrative paths and outcomes.
Evidence of a truth so unfathomable, it will rewrite the history of humankind.
What is that?
The Cyclopean ruins we've discovered during our initial exploration are proof that civilizations rose and fell on Earth in its antediluvian past. Our first manned expedition will leave for the city in 2 days' time. We'll set up a base camp from which to conduct our exploration. If the maze is any indication, what we're about to see will change our very understanding of the universe.
Stay back! Stay back! Ah!
See you in 2 days' time.
Fear of Sleep is a sci-fi survival horror game where players control Roy, an R-01 maintenance android moving through the underground metro bunker during a spreading crisis. Progress involves navigating damaged industrial corridors while avoiding hostile creatures and uncovering information through environmental clues and archive data. Weapons such as wrenches and firearms function as tools for combat, puzzle solving, and traversal. The game relies on physics-based interaction, allowing objects to be pushed, stacked, broken, or used to overcome obstacles.
Rose, are you okay? Dr. Rose! Don't worry about me. We'll meet again, I promise.
Psycho Dead is a third-person survival horror game where players control Elixia, a girl with psychic abilities trying to escape a secret laboratory filled with dangerous experimental creatures. Players move through interconnected facility areas while managing limited resources and solving puzzles tied to the environment. Psychic powers allow object manipulation, defensive barriers, and powerful attacks against enemies. Survival involves avoiding or confronting relentless stalkers while collecting information that reveals what happened inside the laboratory.
Once we're out of here, I promise to explain everything you want to know. The power within you is extraordinary. Not everyone has power like you, Elixia.
So, I'm just a weapon to be used. Then why are you helping me?
I just don't want to see you die here.
Freedom isn't as beautiful as you think. The world outside, it's much crueler than you imagine.
Listen to me, Elixia. If you escape, you can have a life of your own.
How can I trust you? What else have you lied about?
We, Atlas, made you, Elixia. I'm like a father to you.
I'll make them pay for what they did to you. This is my promise.
Aphelion is a third-person sci-fi action-adventure where players control astronaut Ariane after a crash separates her from her partner Thomas on the frozen planet Persephone. Movement across icy terrain involves climbing, swinging with a grappling hook, and using equipment such as a pathfinder and oxygen system to navigate hazards. Players avoid a hostile life form through stealth while searching for clues about the crash and Persephone's unusual environmental conditions.
My scan is getting something. Could that be these magnetic lines?
Aria. I don't know what this is, but it changes everything. Thomas Cross to unknown base. ESA-led mission Hope 1 in distress after emergency landing. No luck here either. The main power's offline. There. The fence is broken. That's my way in. Okay then, let's have a look. Someone engaged the manual shutdown here. Bingo!
But this one doesn't react to any of the frequencies. The magnetic line seems corrupted. Maybe I should follow it upstream to see what's going on. Whoa. Did I just fix that line? Let's see if the other node reacts to the scanner now. It's responding now.
No signs of life, but something's wrong here. Yeah, that's locked. What's the code here? Looks like they left in a hurry. The first crew on Persephone. I thought that was supposed to be us. Anybody home?
Thomas, I can see that light reflection. It can't be far now. Another close call. If I fall here, no one will ever find me. I hope I won't regret this, but it seems like the only way. Holy shit. One step at a time. Shit. Gotta keep this quiet.
Void Martyrs is a third-person action-adventure where players control a novice nun sent into a quarantined region of space to investigate a spreading biomechanical plague. Players move through drifting sections of a massive space basilica while searching for supplies and relics left by earlier missions. Resources are used to craft weapons and tools, while encounters with infected enemies require careful combat or avoidance. Player actions influence faith levels, unlocking sacred locations, abilities, and different item effects.
Protect me!
The Irony is a 2.5D action-adventure where players control a mercenary sent to investigate the abandoned Underdog Corp research facility after illegal human experiments spiral out of control. Players move through hostile sections of the complex while fighting enhanced test subjects equipped with mechanical limbs. Combat includes parries, counterattacks, and a weapon that switches between firearm and baton. Defeated enemies provide prosthetic parts that can be attached to the player's body, increasing power while reducing humanity. Graft is a story-driven RPG where players move through the Ruined Ark, a massive space station filled with hostile experiments, strange technology, and surviving inhabitants. Combat and survival revolve around collecting biomechanical grafts taken from enemies and installing them to gain new abilities. Each graft changes the player's capabilities and introduces fragments of the original owner's identity. Progress depends on managing resources, interacting with other survivors, and deciding how these transformations shape the character. Resonant Q is a third-person action game where players operate as elite fighters called Volts on a damaged orbital ring above Earth. Missions involve entering hostile sectors to hunt anomalies, defeat enemies, and collect resources before extracting safely. A single energy system powers weapons, abilities, scanning tools, and facility machinery, requiring careful management during each run. Recovered loot upgrades a base called the Slums, allowing players to craft equipment and expand operational capabilities.
Traded for salvage and fragments of volatile energy.
My suit energy's almost out. I don't know if we can make it home.
That energy powers each run, but it was never ours to control. Nothing here obeys intent. It responds to pressure, presence, resonance.
Another mindfuck place. Shit.
Some anomalies only react. Others are waiting for company. Survival isn't winning. Survival is leaving on time.
Are we still on the ring?
Dreadcore Locked Unit is a first-person narrative game where players investigate a sealed storage facility connected to a cybernetic consciousness project known as Unit 199. Progress involves moving through dark industrial areas while interacting with terminals, devices, and security systems. Players collect logs, messages, and fragmented data to understand the events inside the facility. Puzzles based on power networks, access controls, and coded information gradually reveal the history of the failed experiment.
Don't be afraid. You'll be mine. Look around for eternal. You'll never be afraid.
Please! Over here!
Ontos is a sci-fi mystery where players control Aditi Amani after arriving at the Moon Hotel Samsara to investigate the work of her missing father. Progress involves moving through interconnected sections of the station while examining research areas, abandoned facilities, and experimental chambers. Players interact with machinery, calibrate analog systems, and collect materials needed to operate complex devices. Decisions during experiments and encounters influence how events unfold and what information about Samsara and its research becomes clear.
Your father thought he knew, and it inspired him to grant wishes.
Who's there? Nightmare. Yes!
That's why all of us are here. You want to understand, to know. then you have to step beyond the walls surround you. Play your father's game. Push the very limits until you're reality itself breaks.
They Left Us Here is a first-person sci-fi horror game where players awaken on an abandoned space station with no memories and no clear instructions. Progress involves navigating maze-like corridors while searching for keycards, tools, and fragments of information about the missing crew. Locked doors and malfunctioning systems create puzzles that must be solved to advance. A rogue AI moves through the station and attempts to eliminate the player, requiring careful movement and stealth to avoid detection. Empty Shell 2 is a top-down action game where players control expendable volunteers sent to investigate a remote island facility operated by a mysterious organization. Each mission involves entering large abandoned structures to collect data, equipment, and resources before returning them to a central shelter. Volunteers search rooms, solve environmental puzzles, and fight hostile creatures while managing limited inventory space. When a character dies, another volunteer continues the operation with the progress and equipment recovered from earlier expeditions. Displacement is a first-person action game where players control a psychologist sent to investigate a remote polar research station after its staff fall into violent madness. Players move through frozen facilities while examining documents, equipment, and environmental clues to understand the incident. Combat relies on melee weapons and improvised tools found in the station. A sanity system alters abilities and behavior as the character's mental state changes during encounters and discoveries.
Where am I? Whoa! Fuck! What the hell is that? Madness. Oh God. I gotta get out of here. At your feet, we humbly fall. I was frightened, just like you are now. But I listened to him. This is paradise! Oh, can't you see that? You don't get it. So there you are.
This place has been buried for centuries. Today is our chance to discover what no one else has seen.
Dark Mass is a first-person horror game where players control Alice, a deep-sea explorer who discovers a preserved manor hidden beneath a shipwreck. Players swim through flooded rooms and corridors while searching for clues about the manor's past. Progress depends on solving puzzles connected to historical torture rituals and interacting with objects inside the structure. A hostile presence moves through the manor, forcing players to avoid danger while making decisions that determine the outcome.
Hooking up the camera now. Let me know if you're getting the feed.
Behind you! There's something behind you!
I've never seen anything like this before. What was that? I think I'm not alone down here.
I'm Jonathan Burrows, creative director of Variable State. Right now, our team is working on Deepest Fear, a claustrophobic horror shooter in a retro-futuristic setting.
Deepest Fear is a first-person action game where players control Dr. Danny Carroll inside an underwater research facility linked to a secret project created by her father. Players move through interconnected sections of the base while using firearms and tools to confront hostile entities emerging from water sources. A real-time fluid system allows rooms to flood and currents to change movement and combat situations. Progress involves solving environmental problems and unlocking new areas within the facility.
Fluid simulation. Water in Deepest Fear looks and behaves in physically accurate ways. It flows over surfaces and floods environments, it conducts electricity, it transfers heat, it knocks you off your feet with surging currents and deadly vortexes. And it can be manipulated by creating dams, locking down compartments, and using tools and equipment unique to our sci-fi setting. And more than that, a deadly pathogen has infected the ocean itself, creating a primordial soup for violent entities to spontaneously manifest from. Every puddle, leak, or water source is a potential spawn point for an entity to strike. Some of the greatest stories ever told in games have come from the horror genre. Our ambition is for Deepest Fear to sit alongside these great works. Success is not guaranteed, but we know our commitment to quality and creativity are second to none. We will accept nothing less than to make the best game possible with the resources we have available. So expect AAA quality weapon feel, expect creative, strategic enemy AI behaviors, expect intuitive customizable controls, and expect high, stable frame rates across a range of hardware specs. For now, Deepest Fear is coming exclusively to Steam. If you'd like to see the game on other platforms, please let those platform holders know. We want it too. As for Deepest Fear's development, we'll have more to share about the game in the coming months. Please, please wishlist the game on Steam if you like what you see. We want Deepest Fear to be the next great immersive sim, and your enthusiasm energizes our creativity. So please spread the word, tell your friends, talk about the game on social media.
Hi, Dad. Say hi back.
Of course they know.
What if I told you that every word you say?
Judas is a first-person action game set aboard the deteriorating starship Mayflower, where players control a character named Judas during a growing revolt within the ship's society. Combat combines firearms with special abilities used at the same time, allowing different approaches during encounters. Players interact with major figures controlling the ship, and decisions during missions influence alliances or conflicts with them. The ship's structure and events adapt to these choices, changing how situations unfold.
Nothing. You are the frog in a pot, boiling so slowly. You don't even know what's happening. But I'm here to set you free, whether you like it or not.
Retrieval is a third-person action-adventure where players control Hana Loche, a commander stranded inside a mysterious underground facility on the distant planet Aphelion. Players move through damaged corridors and station sectors while confronting hostile threats and searching for information about the missing research team. Combat involves firearms and tactical movement during encounters. Progress depends on locating key systems, solving environmental problems, and uncovering records that explain what happened at the base.
There's nothing we can do.
There is no end.
O3 Hollow Descent is a top-down roguelike shooter where players control a lone astronaut descending into a hostile alien environment filled with biomechanical creatures and traps. Each run sends players through procedurally generated rooms that change layout and enemy placement. Combat relies on fast shooting, quick dashes, and learning enemy attack patterns during intense bullet hell encounters. Weapons and abilities found during each descent create different builds that affect combat strategies and progression. Retrospace is a first-person action game where players control a janitor trapped on the Aurora 5 space station after it is pulled into a sentient black hole. Players move through interconnected station sectors filled with mutant creatures, malfunctioning systems, and shifting time anomalies. Encounters can be handled through stealth, traps, hacking security systems, or direct combat. Special mutations called mutamons grant new abilities but also cause side effects, altering how the character survives inside the station.